Good morning, my students again. Today, inshallah, we are going to start with the lesson which is about reading. Okay, in this lesson, we are going to understand the following steps, and these following steps are important in order to recognize the way of body and mind. Now, the title of the text, which is about the memory map. We are going to discuss first the following three questions, which is about opening questions. Then we are going to understand reading tip, and we will move with the listening audio. We are going to listen to the audio in order to understand the question number one and the question number two. Focus now carefully. Question number one, read the text quickly. Which sentence is false? You are going to listen to the text and you are going to identify the sentence that are wrong. So, the second one, you are going to read the text again and you are going to insert the missing sentences inside the squares from number 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5. This is it about the questions. Now, Hamad, can you hear me? Is it available?
Yes.
Hamad, I need you to read the following questions. Answer the questions with partner.
Do you think you have a good memory? Why and why not?
Hamad, I'm asking you like this kind of a question. Can you tell me your answer?
Yes, I think I have a good memory.
So you memorized everything in the past, so you don't miss anything.
I memorize stuff quickly.
Yeah, okay. Now question two.
What sort of things are you good at remembering?
Yes, what sort of things, which means what type of things that you are good at remembering. For example, I can remember the names of the movies. I can remember the names of the Hollywood stars. For example, I can remember the names of nationalities. So what about you, Muhammad? Can you tell us?
I can. I like to remember ancient stuff and
Yes,
think about them.
excellent choice. The last one. What do you need? What do you tend to forget? For example, I sometimes forgot my students' names. I sometimes forgot my pockets, my phone, my keys. Okay? About you, Muhammad. Can
I
you
sometimes forget where I put stuff.
again?
I sometimes forget where I put my things, my belongings.
Yes, this is about the following three questions. So in this text, we are going to analyze and to discuss about the memory and the way to save your information and to remember it quickly. Now, reading tip, read the first objective here.
If you don't understand a word, read the whole sentence again and look for clues to the meaning. For example, in the text, you may not understand the word sundial. If you read the whole sentence, you can deduce that it is a type of clock. It is often not necessary to know the exact translation of the word to understand the gist of the article.
Okay, the outstanding here, if you don't understand the meaning of the word, put it inside meaningful sentence. So when you find a strange word that you can't recognize their meaning, you are going to put these words into meaningful sentence. Can you translate my speech, Muhammad?
يعني إذا في كلمة أنت ما فهمتها بالجملة اقرأ الجملة من أول وجديد وشوف معنى الجملة عشان تستنتج منها زي معنى الكلمة مو لازم تعرف المعنى بالضبط بس إنه معنى يعني يعطيك الجملة يفهمك الجملة.
Excellent. Now with the question one, I analyzed the question, but I need you to repeat the question again.
Read the text quickly. Which sentence is false?
What's the meaning of the question?
يعني اقرأ النص بشكل سريع وحدد أي جملة من هذه الجمل خاطئة.
According to the main ideas. Now question two.
Read the text again. Complete it with the missing sentences. There is one sentence you do not need to use.
What's the meaning of this question?
يعني اقرأ النص بشكل جديد، اقرأه مرة أخرى وحط الجمل هذه في التكست.
Exactly. This is your objectives. By the way, these
ما راح تحتاجها.
going to insert them here, okay, in the squares. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 blanks, and we're gonna have an extra sentence that we don't need to use it. Now, I'm going to turn on the audio in order to make you understand. So listen carefully, because we are going to make the audio script as twice, okay? We are going to turn on the audio script as twice. The first level, try to understand the main ideas. If you have enough time to write and answer a question 2, it's okay. If you cannot, on the second stage, you are going to move with the question 2. Now, let's move. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Read. Exercise 3. Read and listen to the text.
The Memory Man. Can you remember people's faces, but not their names? Are you bad at remembering people's birthdays? How many things have you forgotten this week? According to Andy Bell, you needn't be forgetful ever again. Andy Bell, now in his 40s, used to be unemployed. Now he is a memory Grand Master who has won the World Memory Championships 3 times.
Now we can guess the answer of the number 1. Let's move.
He has been training his memory for around 15 years, after being inspired by an article he read about the amazing memory man, Dominic O'Brien. In 2002, he beat his hero O'Brien at the World Memory Championships for the first time, an achievement which catapulted him out of his dull existence into the public eye. Andy has broken many memory records and is currently the speed memory champion. He has correctly memorized a pack of cards in just 31.16 seconds. He can also remember the order of over 1,000 cards in 1 hour.
Now we can guess the missing square number 2. Listen carefully and let's move on.
So how does he do it? Andy's method is an unusual but simple one. Journalist Lara Barton met him and wrote an account of his technique.
I'm here today so that Andy Bell can teach me how to improve my memory. In less than 1 hour, I will have a working knowledge of the past 1,000 years in history. Right, says Andy. Think of 10 rooms in a building you know very well. I think of the house I grew up in. He tells me we're going to call each room a different century. What is your
Now we can recognize the third square.
first room? He asks. It's my living room, Andy. Your living room is in the 11th century, he says. Imagine the Battle of Hastings in the middle of the room. Then, just beside the door, I have to imagine a water clock to remind me of Su Sung's invention in China. I've never seen a water clock, so I imagine something like a sundial in water. By the end of the tour, I've put Marco Polo at the bottom of the stairs, Queen Victoria in the pantry, and the Mona Lisa in the dining room. Whatever will my mother say? The basic idea is that you visualize events and assign them to a particular point in the room, depending on when they happened during the century. This means that in your mind, you will stumble upon events at the start of a century as soon as you open the door to a room. Essentially, the historical events become like furniture. You learn to associate them with a particular room and place. To me, Mozart now sits like a table in the middle of my kitchen. I have to maneuver around him to get to Beethoven. Andy says that everybody can benefit from his techniques. All you have to do is think of the things you want to remember and put them in familiar places in your mind. You can apply it to anything. You can apply it to learning, he says. So, have you been paying attention? If you have, you no longer have any excuses for not passing your exams.
Unit 4.
Now we can say that we finished listening to the audio script. So now I'm going to change the audio again. Then we are going to move with the questions. So stand by, please. Okay, Muhammad, let's go back with the question number 1. Read the question, please, and tell us your answer.
Read the text quickly. Which sentence is false? The false sentence is sentence number 1, which is Andy built and remember anything that happened in his life.
Yes.
False.
Okay, the sentence that's wrong is sentence number 1 because he has been training his memory for around 15 years. Now, with the question 2, I need you to read the question, please. Sabab, you can
Read the text again. Complete it with the missing sentences. There is one sentence you do not need to use.
Okay. Now start with A, B, C with you, and the others is going. Ahmed is going to continue. So start with the second one, please. Okay.
A is with the is on. There is one sentence you do not need to use.
Again, you are going to answer A, B, C. So start with the first one.
A is in box number 4.
Yes.
And
box number 4, which means it's there. Okay. Put there A, the sentence A. And B sentence.
And C is in place is the sentence in place number 5, and D is in the box number 3.
Okay. Okay, we have B. Is it available?
B is,
or it is not needed.
the sentence that we don't use.
So we add here cross. What's the meaning of the cross, Muhammad?
يعني خطأ.
Yes. Okay, let's move D and E and F. Let's take Ahmad Rahman.
D, he tells me we are going to call each room a different century. Box number 3.
Yes, excellent. Next one.
E, he can also remember the order of over 1,000 cards in 1 hour. Box number 2.
Excellent. The last one.
F, now he is a memory grandmaster who has won the World Memory Championships 3 times. Box number 1.
Thanks a lot. This is about the questions and the answer of the question number 1 here and the question number 2. Please write your answer quickly because we are going to move with the question 3. Again, with the question 3, when we have done with the booklet about this worksheet, we are going to go back with the question 3. Now, what we are going to do next time, inshallah, we are going to move with the paragraphs step by step in order to achieve the booklet questions because we have a reading comprehensions about paragraphs 1, 2, 3 with some questions, 4, 5, 6, and we have some questions, and 7, 8, 9, and we have some questions. After we have done with the questions in the booklet, we are going to answer the question 3 here, choose the best answer. So please, next time, prepare the main ideas of the text, try to understand the elements, at the end, try to answer the questions on the booklet. This is it. Thank you all. يعطيكم العافية جميعا.